Hello, good morning, you guys, and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay, so make sure you guys please like, share, subscribe, comment and all of those fantabulous things, okay? As you all can see, my voice is starting to come back. It's a darn shame that I had to go to a doctor online that's outside of Memphis, but in the Tennessee area. I believe he was way up in Chattanooga, okay, because my insurance allow you to do online visits. I couldn't get a doctor in Memphis to give me any antibiotics for my throat. And I told them that my whole family had strep throat. Okay. And they wouldn't give me any antibiotics. And I had totally lost my voice. As soon as that particular doctor heard me online, he said, "You have laryngitis or strep throat." He said, "I'm going to prescribe you some antibiotics." I took my antibiotics. I went and got them yesterday, took them, went to sleep. When I woke up, I could hear my voice coming back. It's a damn shame. There's so many quacks in Memphis that want you to get sicker and sicker and sicker so that um, you can constantly come to them. Okay. It's not back 100%, but y'all know my voice was so messed up. I was basically whispering because it was totally gone. Like the cold had taken over my vocal cords. Okay. Anyways, I digress. Um, y'all make sure y'all wrap up and all that good stuff. I believe they put something in the air because I take all my vitamins faithfully, my Geritol and every other vitamin out there. I never really suffered with colds. Everybody in my family would catch a cold, but me. So now I think they're putting something in the atmosphere. But of course, my little grandbaby goes to the daycare. You know, all the germs come from the daycare, but still, I think it's something in the air. Okay, so y'all make sure you be on your vitamins and stuff like that to keep your immune system. At least try to keep it strong enough to try to fight against what it is that they're putting in the atmosphere to try to keep us sick, if you ask me. Okay. All right, y'all. We're coming off of the heels of Dr. Martin Luther King Day, and all of this is gonna go in together. Even with me being sick, I had the opportunity on Amazon Prime on yesterday to lay around and look at all of the Black History movies from Dr. King to who else? Harriet Tubman to Sojourner Truth. Um, there was this movie called Miss Jane Pittman. Oh my God, I such a treat. And I never even really wanted to see that movie. And I sat down because I was sick. I looked at it. Oh my God, such a treat based off of a story of a lady who had been a slave that ended up living in Colorado that lived to be into 105 years old and told the story about what had happened. She died in 1973 at 105, had lived on a plantation. Oh my God, I loved it so much. Jesus, I just love to learn about our history. Okay. I'm up early. I could really go into that, but I'm up early. Of course, I'm trying to decide if I need to take a day off or and get well 100% or go to work. Um, because I am still sick. Um, and of course, yeah, I want to do a video. Okay. I wanted to talk about, of course, Beolilkenny. Okay. It's not really surprising to me. I think that um, I think Beolilkenny had been doing extremely well. And it's no secret that, we see Stupid Duke is not on the street anymore. Uh, they got my little son, Jizzle. Um, At some point, they was messing with Kenny Money, okay? And BEO had just gotten out. I think BEO had been doing really good with doing his music and stuff and staying out of the way. And as soon as he got out, somebody was trying to get him back in. I think I pulled up on the federal website, the public federal website, of course, that everybody would have access to if they knew how to. Um, it was on that site. I don't know if it was a mistake because I know some of that stuff is supposed to be locked sometimes when it's not supposed to be privy to the public. But that particular information was unlocked. Okay, because I know they will make mistakes sometimes and put stuff out there that's supposed to be not supposed to be out there. And I read about maybe, I don't know if it was last year or the year before last, whenever it was that stupid Duke had gotten arrested. Um, a month before that, um, I read on my show, I was able to pull up on the public federal website that there had been a surveillance on Beolilkenny after he had gotten out, and people were calling. Um, what were they saying? They was calling saying that he had weapons, that he was traveling with weapons. Well, we know Beolilkenny is it was still on paper at that time, and he may be still on paper. Um, and so that was the intel that they got. Now this was on the public federal website, and if you can remember, Beolilkenny, I do believe that they were pulling him over or something like that. Okay, but somebody was calling, and whether it was true or not, when they call and give intel and say, this is a federal person, he's out on probation, he's riding around with a lot of machinery, a lot of weapons. Um, they'll call the probation officer. It ain't hard to find out somebody's probation officer, or call the police, right? Or the probation officer will call the police. Um, and the police they tell what kind of, your probation officer, more than likely I already know what kind of vehicle you're in, or the person will say the type of vehicle you're in. Police will pull you over, right? And so we saw at one time they was consistently messing with him to the people, whoever it was that was calling in, trying to get him locked back up. People throw stuff up against the wall. They know until it sticks. We know that Beolilkenny probably at that time was more careful, didn't have anything on him, but with him doing his shows and stuff, um, these boys can't go out to these shows naked, meaning because too many people want to try to knock them down, so they can't go naked. But it seems to me that he may have been smart enough to maybe not have the weapons on him. Um, Maybe he had security, legit security, which is what they need anyways. They could carry weapons, so he didn't have to have any weapons on him to protect himself, right? And if you ask me, I think whoever it was, that whoever these people were that was calling in on him to the feds, trying to get him locked back up so he could violate um, what they either wanted him to be so paranoid that he didn't, to ensure that him or none of his crew had any weapons on them to protect him so that they could knock him down, so he could be naked. When I say naked, that means not have any weapons on it, like lacking or whatever they call it, or or either so that they could knock him down, or either get him, he violate and have to go back to jail. It was either one of the two. And so that's why I said a couple years ago. And I know they said that old lady, is out of her mind because for some reason these young men are just foolish. Okay. I said, Young Mob and them need to play the game differently because their enemies playing a different game. Their enemies are gonna win because they're playing a different game. They don't care about being called snitches because they feel like nobody knows it's us that's doing it. They're privately calling in and telling on them. Um, I said, I guess some of these young dudes, and I'm talking about a lot of other young dudes who they feel like they have something to uphold. I said they're gonna lose because you have to fight just as dirty as your enemy. They playing a different game to get them off of the street. They don't give a fuck about being called snitches and whatever. They don't care because they're saying, "Well, I don't care what people think. I don't really care. It's about the bottom line. We want results. When they get through calling us snitches or speculating that it's us, they don't know if it's us or not because they get their people to call in. Okay. Um, we'll have what we want. I'm sorry, y'all know I have to blow my nose, right? So when y'all hear a pause, just know y'all know I'm sick, right? Anyways, so what I said a long time ago when they got stupid Duke, I said they need to start having their girlfriends and stuff to call in anonymously and tell on their enemies. Tell on them. There's no honor amongst thieves. Okay. So if they playing a dirty game and they getting all and what they doing is working, they don't care that folks are speculating that it might be them. They getting results. Okay. They're getting results. They know that some of these dudes feel like, well, I ain't no snitch. Well, I guess who gonna care? You in jail. You away from your kids. If you start countering exactly what they're doing, have your girlfriends and stuff to start calling in and your assistants and telling them what they do, just like anonymously, like what they do. You start countering some of this stuff. I bet you it will stop. I bet you they stop calling, having their folks call in on them trying to get them taken out. They winning. No, man, they gonna know it's us. No, they gonna think it's us. They'll be calling in, telling on us. They ain't gonna want to play that game. And they still trying to get BEO off of the street. Because BEO has a distinctive sound. I'm hearing that Yo Gotti and them allegedly, little crew, were the ones that was blocking them in the industry. Regardless to what people say, you have one person say BEO ain't this and that. Look, don't get me started because I ain't in the mood this morning because I'll cuss some folks out. Okay. He is the modern day Easy E. If Easy E made millions and his sound was acquired, Beolilkenny has a you when you hear him, you know it's him. He puts you in the mind of Easy E, and he has a distinctive sound, a unique sound. Okay, and he does well. Okay, and so I think it's a darn shame that these folks be trying to keep this little boy from because I don't know how BEO them kids to me. Okay. And they kids to a lot of these old coons, old rotten, rusty, shitty ass coons, shitty breath ass coons that's messing with them, trying to keep them locked up. Okay. Some of these men need to be told about this. So these damn women so stupid. They be wanting money. They don't tell them how stupid they is. Okay. Sitting around damn young ass boys. And they ass is old and rusty and rotten. Okay. Don't get me started. Anyways, Let's go to his page. I believe I tried. I forget what his last name is because I looked him up the other day. Okay. Somebody tell me what his last name is so I could pull up his paperwork and see what they arrested him for. Put it in the put it down there in the on my phone, and I called Hitter because he told me his last name because I could pull it up while we're on here. Y'all just give me a minute. I hate to call Hitter at 6:15 in the morning. He might wake up. Okay, I'm gonna ask him. He might be woke. He gotta go to work. Hold on, y'all. I hate to be rude. I don't call nobody house this late because it's still dark outside. I got to figure out what BEO last name is because he told me what his last name was. It's Kenneth something. Okay, if he don't answer by the second ring, he sleep. It's 6:16 in the morning. I apologize for calling somebody's house that early. It's rude, okay? I apologize, but I needed something. So I don't know. I don't remember his last name because I will pull up his paperwork, his arrest ticket, and see what they got him for. Okay, and read the arrest ticket. Oh, here we go, right here, y'all. He called me back. Hey, Hitter. I'm sorry to call your house so early. I was doing a video. I said if Kidda don't answer and the second ring, that means he sleep. I want to know BEO Kenny last name so I could pull up his paperwork. Kenneth Mason. Okay, I'm doing a video. I'm gonna call you back. Okay. All right. Okay, y'all. That was Hitter. He said his name Kenneth Mason. So thank God he called me back. I appreciate that so much because it's real early. But he might be up getting this. He didn't sound like he was that sleep. He might be up getting his son ready for school. Okay. I appreciate him calling me back. Let's see. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button as I look this up. Okay. Um, let's see. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, my voice ain't even back. I can't even hum like I used to. But I told God to keep me my voice back so I can hum because I loves to hum. Okay. He gonna give it back to me too. He giving it back in the name of Jesus. Wait, what the hell going on here? Oh, here it is, right here. Okay, let's see. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. If y'all haven't hit the like button, y'all make sure y'all please like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Hold on, y'all. This right here pissing me off. They put me through all these changes just to get on this site. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. Mason. Now he been posting on his Instagram. Wait a minute. I know damn well. Hold on, y'all. It's always an issue on this website. They might be updating it. It's early. Hold on, you all. Let's see. Sometimes they be updating the website. Damn it. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see some. Sometimes if you gotta That's what it was. Mason, N-N-E-T-H. I don't know his birthday. I think he's pretty young. Hold on, y'all. Kenneth Mason. Was he born in 91? No, I think that's too old for him. It might be him born in 91, though. But I think that's a little bit too old. One born in 90, one born in 56. Let's see. Y'all hit that like button as I look for him. Let's see. One born in 65. It might have been him in 90. Kenneth Mason. Is it Kenneth Bernard? Was he born in 91? If he was born in 91, what would that make him? 35? Is he that old? I'm looking for an arrest that's got it because he was just arrested. Should have 2026. I don't see a Kenneth Mason that was arrested with 2026 in front of. Let me see. Not unless he had a warrant. I don't see it. He must have had a warrant. Is his name Kenny Bernard? Maybe I'll try Kenny. Maybe I'll try Kenny. But I think they had him in there up under Kenneth. I'll try Kenny Mason. He must have had a warrant. Warrant. God, this right here be making me mad. Just don't do what it's supposed to do. Shit. Let's see. I believe that Kenneth Bernard is gonna be him. I bet that's him. But it's not. So he must have had a warrant, y'all. Because his bond wasn't but $10,000. And they said it rather quickly. Was he born July 31st? Is he a Leo? Is he a Leo? Let's see, y'all. No wonder if he is a Leo, no wonder they jealous of him. Let's see. Was he born in November? A misdemeanor citation. I forgot to look at his birthday the other day. You know, it had to have been a warrant because I'm looking at all of the Kenneth Masons, and I don't see an arrest for 2026, which means that they would have booked him in there up under. It would be that a old warrant maybe that would show up in this affidavit system. I can't be sure. I believe that Kenneth Bernard is him. or is it? Yeah, I believe that Kenneth Bernard. Um, I can't be sure. I could have read to you all what was going on and gave y'all the disposition and all of that good stuff. But I don't see it to, I don't know his birth dates to, let's see. Um, yeah, they must have been chasing. It must have been a warrant. I don't know though. Cause nothing new is showing up. Hold on, let me check one more thing on the public website before I break up. Let's see. Kenneth Mason. Let's see if I can get some numbers. Y'all hit the. I hate doing this when y'all waiting on me. Kenneth Mason. Let's see. He was released on the 19th, which was yesterday. Okay, here it is right here. Let me see. I could take some. I can get his birthday. He was born. So that is him. He was born on July 31st. Okay, so he's a Leo. So yeah, that's why they jealous of him. He's a leader. He unstoppable. I'm a damn Leo. His birthday the day before mine. Let's see. Okay, now I could take this number right here because it's not showing. I believe that it was a warrant. Because the bump was so little. But I'm getting ready to be sure, okay? That's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to see if this number is gonna come up. They be doing a piss poor job. They putting numbers in the system wrong. Can't find shit. Look at that. It won't even come up. Now that number is supposed to come up. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something. Let me try one more thing, okay? I hate to make this video this long, but y'all know when I get to researching how I am, right? I really hate to do this to y'all. Let's see if they got another. Okay, let's try this right here. Here go another one. We gonna find out something today. That's all there is to it. Y'all don't think I get to do what I do without being aggressive, do you? Let's see. This system right here ain't hitting no shit. It ain't hitting no shit. It's a damn shame. These folks don't do nothing right. Why this number ain't coming up? And I know it's supposed to. There it is right there. I told you we was gonna keep tapping until we got into the Pentagon, didn't I? Ooh, Lord have mercy, making me mad. I make it work. Okay, so let's. I'm gonna take y'all with me. Okay, let's make sure it's not showing his address or nothing like that. Hold on, wait a minute. Is it showing his address? Okay, so we're not gonna. I'm gonna go down some because I don't want to show his address or nothing like that. It's probably not his address anymore, but I don't know if it's relatives or anything like that. We don't need these folks sick. Okay, so it says intentionally evading arrest in auto, evading arrest, operate vehicle with reflectorized windows. So they're saying his windows were tinted too dark. Okay, reckless driving and possession of controlled substance. Now they are pulling people over because those windows are too dark. Because I got pulled over the other day, and because my windows are really dark. And I told him, I was like, well, I got my windows dark. I had to have them real dark when I was out there doing private work and stuff. It's like, dog, it's like they ain't even supposed to do it at the he asked me where I went. I said, over on Elvis Presley. He said, and they did it. It was like, it's against the law for them to even do that. All right, going on. I said, okay. So they are pulling people over for dark windows. Okay, so y'all be careful about that. I can't get them on dark now. Like I told him, I said, hell, they dark now. I can't get them on dark. So he was like, okay, well, go on. So he got reckless driving, possession of a controlled substance. Okay. Lord, possession of controlled substance. Let me see what class it is. I could tell y'all how much it was by the class of the charge. A class A misdemeanor. It was a misdemeanor, but it's a high misdemeanor. Okay, it's a high misdemeanor, so he might have had quite a bit. They gave him the highest class that they could give him. It just wasn't enough for it to be a felony. It just wasn't enough for it to be a felony. Okay, because sometimes you can get more time with a class A misdemeanor than a class E felony. Because you see that intentionally evading arrest, they gave him a class E felony. That's the lowest felony in the book, right? You can get that thrown out sometimes faster than you can a class A misdemeanor. Let's see. His bond was only 10,000. He should have came to me. I'm a bail bondsman. I could have got him out real quick. Okay. Yeah, I am a bail bondsman. I am licensed. You ever go to jail? Okay, call me. I'm if you want on my cards, I got if you want out, I got the clout. I can have you out pretty quick. Okay. I just don't go over there and work as much anymore. So he's got to go back to court. I ain't gonna put when he got to go back to court because I don't need nobody down there at the court trying to mess with the boy. Okay. Anyways, but anyways, he's out. Okay, he's out. He got a video arraignment. And all that. Let's see if they got the affidavit uploaded. They ain't uploaded the affidavit yet. But these are all the things. So they booked him. The arrest ticket, the affidavit, they have not uploaded it yet, but of course they wouldn't because they do piss poor work. And he went before Bill Anderson. Bill Anderson is cool. He cool people. And he posted his bond, which was only $1,000 the very next day after his video arraignment. So his bond was only $10,000. He paid $1,000. He got to go back to court and all of that. So, I mean, really, it was a bunch of crap. Okay. So they said possession of a control. So let me see if they're saying with intent to sell. Let me see if it was with intent. If they thought they caught him trying to sell something or they just caught it on him. He went in them bushes. I'm pretty sure he might have been in the bushes throwing that stuff out. Let me see what bonding company he went to. He went to Clark Bonding Company. Clark and them cool. I don't work for Clark. No. I work for another bonding company. Okay. But Clark and them are cool, but I don't work for them. Possession of, so they didn't catch him trying to sell it. because they would have put intent. It was just owning, because he could have been just smoking a little weed or something. And they was mad at him because they chased him. They didn't have to give him all these charges. When they inflate the charges and they give you all these charges, they be mad as hell. Okay. Anyways, y'all, yeah, but he's out. He's made his money out there. I'm surprised that they was able to catch him. Lil Kenny is real. Normally when they real short and stuff like Lil Kenny, you can't outrun them. But I'm gonna give y'all a heads up. Y'all can't outrun them white boys. They got endurance for days. You cannot outrun them because you know all they grew up running in the woods and hunting and shit. You can't outrun them. They got endurance for days. They be smoking and cigars and dipping snuff, and they had it snuff in the side of their mouth, and they be jumping ditches, and you know, hey, I think the black boys got speed, but then they get tired quick. Them white boys, when you dealing with them white, especially them sheriffs, they have endurance for days. Like you're gonna get tired. That's how they get you. They don't get tired. Okay, they don't be at the donut shop choking down donuts like and donuts, big jelly donuts like the black officers and stuff do. Okay, they be out in the woods hunting and running and stuff like that. Okay. Anyways, you guys, hey, but Lil Kenny just need to be careful. But so, anyways, let's go to his Instagram page, y'all. I did not mean to make this video this long, y'all. Please forgive me. Y'all know how I am. I didn't get a chance to come on here yesterday. I'm so glad to have my voice coming back. I want to hear myself talking too. I said, Lord, thank you for my voice. I just praise you. I gave God the praise this morning. It ain't back 100%, but it's coming back. Okay. Anyways, Lil Kenny posted up about MLK Day and all of that. I was glad to see these boys learning about their history and knowing their history and stuff. But anyway, there was a parade in Memphis, an MLK marching parade. My dad would be so proud. The unions did this on yesterday, and they
just started.
So
yes,
big, okay.
It just started.
It jolted me at my sleep.
Me too.
I mean, they really did the darn thing.
And I just woke up. I was just starting to wake up.
And it's the second time I've been jolted at my sleep. So it's like
how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming.
Now, here's the thing right here. I'm glad Lil Kenny is smart. This right here goes to show that he's smart, because Dr. King then died because he had a dream. Dr. King died because of this speech right here, because he woke up, okay?
Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with. And this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington, in this campaign, we are coming to get our check. I come here tonight and plead with you. Believe in yourself and believe that you're somebody. As I said to the group last night.
Okay. And look, Kenny, you're right. That's why he died. He didn't die because he had a dream. He died because he woke up. A month before he was killed, they were supposed to do another march on Washington, demanding reparations, after he found out that even the Jews in the United States that had nothing to do with the concentration camps, their descendants in the United States was receiving reparations, and other people, but our slaves, we're descendants of slaves that was forced to be slaves and built this country up. A lot of white people are rich off of the backs, making our ancestors chattel slaves. They had to work for free. Who wouldn't be rich if you had a lot of people on a farm working for free, right? They didn't want to give them anything. Of course, at first the whites the power brokers supported him because they looked at him as a peaceful preacher that would keep the blacks in their place. Okay. Okay, they want to piss where we piss at, that's fine. They want to drink out the same water fountains, that's fine. They want to sit at the front of the bus, that's fine. You know, because we can get their money. Okay. But once he started seeing what they was doing, and he saw that he had our people to stay docile and peaceful while they still walked over our people, not giving us our reparations, but giving everybody else their reparations. He says, I feel that I have, by integrating, really, I have led my people into a burning house. Okay. And he at this time he had favor still with a lot of people. And they was going to do another march on Washington demanding reparations and more strikes, which was going to take money out of the white folks' pocket. Okay. Just like Wonder Bread had to close down, the buses had to close down when they did the strike. Our dollar has always mattered. Okay. We just put it in the wrong pockets. And they said at that point he got to go. He got to go because he got too many people behind him. And when he goes, we'll ensure that another black person is never able to rise up like him. Every time they get some momentum like that to get the masses behind them, we're going to kill them. And they have been doing it for years. Now they're getting these damn cuckabug kids to do it, just like they did Young Dolph. They got these damn fools in Memphis like Yo Gotti and everybody that falls up under that and saw him over there to take him out. Okay. So it's still happening today. Okay. Now they're just getting these fools, these damn cuckabug heads to do it, and they gladly do it for free because of their jealousy, right? And try to find excuses on why to do it. Okay, but we're gonna get into that tonight. When I come on, we're gonna talk about all of that. Anyways, guys, I want to say rest in peace to white folks. I made this video long enough. I know y'all sick of me. Rest in peace to Whytefolks, y'all. Y'all know Whytefolks like comedian. I believe he lived over there in Orange Mound. He was a white guy, right? And I've seen him on platforms that I've seen him on platforms, hey, big platforms, right? And they're saying that he died in a motorcycle accident, right? They say he liked to ride his motorcycle and he passed away. He was killed on his motorcycle. That's what I'm hearing. Let's see, Whytefolks. WHYTE. One thing about these Memphians, they gonna give you a name. I'm telling you, they gonna give you a name in Memphis. They said it looks like Whytefolks was tossed off and landed behind the Challenger. Oh my freaking God. Somebody was on the scene. Oh my God. Rest in peace to Whytefolks. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a horrible way. Yeah, I used to do traffic. When I first started, when I went after I came out of the academy, I was working traffic. And I'm telling you, those motorcycles, hey, I guess the idea of it is cool, but yeah, it's so dangerous. Oh my God, when folks was hit their heads and stuff would roll off. It says look like Whytefolks was tossed. This is the scene right here. Did they say it was in Millington? Okay, so it happened in Millington. So I guess did he live in Millington? Saratoga Road. See, it's real dark out there in Millington. It's real dark. So he was at Saratoga Road and Newport. So I guess that was in Millington. Oh my God. It's real dark out there in Millington. It's real dark out there. Millington is in Shelby County, but y'all know Millington. It's like you go through Millington. After you go through Millington, you're in Covington. Oh my God, that's his motorcycle right there. Oh, Lord have mercy. Wow. Rest in peace to Whytefolks, y'all. I hate that so bad. There you go, right there on his motorcycle. There you go, right there. White.
Yeah, get up here. Be careful, bro. Be careful. Hey, I'll see you later. Yeah, for sure. I'll see you later. Show this. On my neck. They make me shut up and call on my AKA. Locked in the regular neighborhood.
They said this is moments before his death on his motorcycle.
Hey, I'll see you later.
He looked like he's drunk.
I'll see you later. Show this. On my neck. They make me shut up and call on my AKA. Locked in the regular neighborhood. Look, Alan Wood to an argument. World on earth. Living to the geek. Now I get you one for the low. Hey, Whytefolks. Hey, Whytefolks. What? I'm doing all that motherfucking playing, bro. I ain't playing no weekend. Hey, I know you something, man. Hey, hey. Bro. Be careful, bro. I know you do, but.
No, they shouldn't have let him ramp. They should not have allowed him to pull out. Yeah, he was so drunk. They was telling him, call me when you park, call us when you get there, because he was drunk on their motorcycle. They was worried about him. They should have stalled him. And I know you can't tell grown folks what to do, but I never would have allowed him to pull off on that motorcycle being that drunk.
Hey man, hold up, what is going on there? Roll it, what it, bitch, don't know what you do. Be careful, bro. Hey, them rolling 20 behind this shit. I ain't worried about a bitch ass thing. Yeah, I ain't gonna laugh for it.
Okay, they said RIP Whytefolks. Either he knew what was coming or something just isn't right. This is moments right before his death. Wow, that's because he was drunk or something. Rest in peace to him. Shout out, hey, Whytefolks was funny.
Hey, I'll see you later. Yeah.
That's the scene right there. Lord have mercy.
Damn, white folk. Damn, man.
Huh?
Damn, white folk.
Yeah, nigga. And people.
No, I ain't never said I feel like nothing. I am that I am, and who I ain't, I'll never be.
You're not a nigga. You don't consider yourself a nigga.
I am that I am, and who I'm not, I'll never be. I'm not putting on, I'm not acting. What you see, what you hear is what you get. This is me. Wholeheartedly, 100%. And whoever don't believe it or think it, do the research.
You have a viral clip going on.
Known for his raw talent, street anthems, and powerful presence in the city's music scene, Whytefolks was more than just an artist, he was a voice for the people. From the early days, he built his name from the ground up, earning respect for his authenticity and fearless lyrics. Fans connected to his music because it reflected real-life struggles, victories, and the grind of everyday survival. Whether in the studio, on stage, or in the streets, Whytefolks stayed true to who he was. News of his passing has sent shockwaves through Memphis, with fans, friends, and fellow artists flooding social media with tributes. Many are remembering his dedication, his energy, and the impact he made on.
Hey, man. Man, what the BB said, man? Hey, man, the big got a BBL, man. So the whole... Hey, man. Man, what the BB said, man? Hey, man, the big got a BBL, man. So the whole been running from me, man. But hey, I'm tired of the big bitch. I got but we back at it like a crackhead. Hey, bow, bow, bow. Hey, get what? Oh, I got some waves. I look young again. You can't brag right now. Hey, I'm tired of the big bitch. I'm tired of the big bitch that got me a midget, and she's sick eating high. That's the next song, man. Do something like this. Hey, so what they do it? Huh? Man, I'm talking about a whole lot of motherfucking everything, though, man. You know.
Okay, I don't even want to hear. It's a damn shame when men sit in a barbershop and their fun is demeaning women. That's when you know they garbage. Okay, that's when you know they was born, they good for nothing. Okay. Ain't got nothing going on. Okay, because most men have fun talking about money. Rest in peace to Whytefolks though. Let's see. Let's see this last one right here.
I don't got no. Well, let me test it for good luck. Fuck ass turnout, y'all know what the fuck going on. Of course I'm white folks. I'm from Memphis, bitch.
You said what you tell him?
She the reason why I don't like white women.
Who?
Pow, pow, pow.
What she look like? Yeah, she got those nerves in the mouth too.
Yeah, like that.
Like that, all in the hospital with it.
Hey man, it's only 4 things I'm gonna take in life. A shit, a shave, a shower, and a nigga bitch she choose up.
Hello world.
Hey, tell baby I'm on the way.
Hello world.
Hey, Dad. Hey, tell baby I'm on the way. I ain't got nothing but one thing for you, this dick.
You have a viral clip going around and you say that you feel like you're
I am that I am, and who I ain't, I'll never be. I'm not putting on, I'm not acting. What you see, what you heard is what you get. This is me.
Basically what he was saying, I'm white. I am what I am. I ain't black. So I'll never be that. Okay. It got him a lot of money. He made money, being in the hood, being white, acting black. I'm sure he got it. He probably was raised up around black people because he was over there on Orange Mountain all the time, right? But he still, when he say who I ain't, I never be, I'm sure he still had that white privilege. But rest in peace to him. I hate that. I do. He was funny. I hate that for white folks. I really do. He was drunk on, he pulled off, and it may not even been his fault. It could have been a car that sometimes a person can be drunk and it ain't their fault. It could be a car not paying attention, So I hate that. Rest in peace to him. We'll pray for his family. This video is an hour long, y'all. I listen. Shout out to Beolilkenny. I'm glad he's out. I hope that the members of Youngmob will do like what I told them. They need to, do what their enemy has been doing to them. Okay, counter what the enemy has been doing, which means whatever attack they launch at them, as far as they're telling, they need to get their girlfriends and their people to start calling in those anonymous tips on them. That's what they've been doing. They've been doing it. We read that on the public federal website, right? Anyways, you guys, when Stupid Duke went to jail. Anyways, you guys, listen, I love you all. I'm glad that my voice is back. I hope that you all have a fantabulous day. I'm going to make sure I can't get out today. I'm going to go to work, but I'm going to have to stay in the office. I'm going to have to go get me a heater. Yeah. I'm going to stay in the office. I can't get out in the air for a little while. So, anyway, y'all, I love you all. Make sure you guys please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Be careful today, okay? Make sure you say your prayers and ask God to go before you. If you're working on a job where your supervisor or you have difficult coworkers, just ask God to go before you. We ask for God to make the highways and the byways safe for us and our families so that we can return home to our families and they can return home to us just as they left, okay? No weapon formed against any of us shall prosper. Anything, any lying tongue that tries to rise up against us will be condemned. I think I've talked too much. My voice is wanting to leave again, but I love you all. I'll talk with you tonight, okay?